What's going on, guys? Walter with the RC Addiction Vlog. Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's round 4 of the Fall Brawl series at EBRC today. We're here. We just made it. We threw down some practice laps. We just made sure our setups were good for the track layout, and they are. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's go inside and take a look and see what we got going on inside Rick's. We haven't really done a full walk around yet of his race shop and the hobby shop, so let's go do that real quick. Come on inside with me.
Okay, guys, as we walk up to the front of his building, you are greeted by his roll-up door that takes you right into the pits and right into the pro shop. The pro shop is here to your left. It's extremely packed with goodies. The pits yesterday were extremely packed. Here's his new viewing area. Here is a view of the track as well, and the layout that we had yesterday, it was super duper fun.
Okay, we've got lineups, round 1. We're in Stadium Truck. Looks like we'll be in number 5 spot for Stadium, and then 21.5. So we're in the second heat at 21.5. So what's Rob Welch think of right now of the track layout, tire selection?
It's smooth.
Okay.
It's not as fast as I hoped for, but you know, it helps me be a better driver.
Yeah.
And
what do you think the key to today's race is?
12 degrees of boost.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 degrees of boost, and they will put me right over, right over the top. Get her going, bud.
Guys, we got Stadium Truck. The wife's got Funfetti Muddy Buddies, so she's eating. Yeah, we got Stadium Truck charge, 21.5 charge. We're all dialed in. Got our tires switched around. Got a fresh set for the main too, so we're dialed in, guys. We're up next in race 5 for Stadium Trucks first, so we'll go from there.
All right, we're good.
Getting hard.
You get it. You are set. All right, Mr. Lauren on the zone.
Oh, caution right there. Ooh, sorry.
Move with the leader to the tumble.
Ooh, that was close. We got Lauren back on the one. Russell 2. You are done. Lauren Smith, you are done. We're just waiting on this. Okay, guys, so after round 2 of heat racing, we are qualified 3rd in 21.5, so we ended up doing really, really well there. Stadium truck, we got some work to do. We are in the B main, and yeah, got a little bit of work to do there. We're excited though. We've had plenty of drama, plenty of upsets, and my 21.5 car feels amazing right now. So super excited about that. And shout out to Rick for a good race, guys. Shout out to Rick. I mean, it's a good time up here. We're having lots of fun, and it's been a pretty good day of racing as far as I'm concerned. So let's get the mains going. I gotta try and bump into the A from the B main, so let's do it.
Round number 3, Jim's on board. All right, guys, here we go. Less than 5.
Scoot up a little bit if you want. Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Longest 60 seconds of my life.
Longest lap of your life. Nice job, Walt.
All right, keep going till I call you done. Keep going. Mr. Anderson, you're done. Lawrence, you're done. Ron, you're done. And Jim, you're done.
Good race, guys.
Good job, Blake.
Yeah, thank you.
Smart driving. Really smart driving. He stayed smooth and then you pushed through the last part of it. And did really
Mr. Anderson and Lawrence Smith, you guys are bumped up.
Whew.
Okay, guys. Well, stadium truck and buggy. Now we'll put buggy up here. What a day of racing up at Rick's, guys. Well, not the day we were hoping for either. But let's dive into it. Show you guys a couple recap things. Let's go over some things. Let's talk about it. It's Sunday morning. Race recap from Fall Brawl, round 4, final round of Fall Brawl series with Rick, EBRC Raceway, and Poor Boys. So let's dive into it. What's going on, guys? Walter with the RC Addiction Vlog. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog, I guess. Yesterday was a tough day of racing. Both of our cars, we raced stadium truck and 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy. And, dude, stadium truck was fast. I think if you look on Live RC right now, I still think I might have the fastest lap for stadium truck yesterday. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure by the end of the day, I ended up with the fast lap. So, and man, A-main, stadium truck A-main was super good. I was in the 3rd position and just couldn't hold it together. Got bummed up by a couple lappers, got bummed up by myself not being able to drive cleanly and keep it together for the whole race. I ended up coming all the way from the back of the pack too. I was in 6th place to start the race, and I got the bump from the B main to the A main and started from the back and worked my way up, man. I was up front. I was fighting. I knew my car was fast. I knew I had speed. It was just about keeping it together, and I wasn't able to do that. So, yeah, unfortunately, we weren't able to bring home any hardware yesterday, but that's okay. We still had a lot of fun racing with everybody. Sorry, guys, it's still super early. Trying to get some coffee in. Yeah, didn't take any hardware home, but definitely a fun-filled day. I mean, after the first heat race, man, I thought we were going to have a rumble in the jungle outside with a couple of the other racers, just based on how other people were driving. And I thought it was going to be a pretty stressful afternoon, honestly, after the first heat race went down. So, but I was glad that it all got sorted out and that we ended up continuing through the day nice and clean. Everybody shook hands and everybody walked away from the situation. So that was kind of cool and good to see. But man, I don't, maybe one of you other racers that watch my channel can give me some advice, and maybe I'm just not going about it the right way. Maybe I am, and then I've just had some super bad spurts of bad luck. I don't know. But I feel like I am just right there. I'm right there with speed. I'm right there with everybody who is fast. And I'm falling a little bit short. And I don't know if it's just because I'm not dedicating enough time to my practicing or my setup. And I feel like I've literally taken my setup to the next level as far as how much time I'm spending on it and critiquing it and making sure that it's right every race. Whereas before, I would just kind of throw my car down on the track and drive through whatever was going on. And I kind of wanted to turn that around. I wanted it for me to be able to make changes and notice them on the track, whether they were good or not, and if they were helping our setup. And so we've gotten there. We've done a lot of changes. Everything so far has helped dramatically. If you guys watched my stadium truck B main video that I'll post a little bit later today, part of the track had these like stair steps, these downward steps. And I feel like if I hadn't have gone through my shocks and rebuilt my diff like I did this last week to prepare for the race, that the setups would have been no good. And I feel like the cars would have been very upset coming off of those stairs. Same thing with the big downhill off the second level. Your car is always in this awkward angle coming off of that downhill or coming off of those stairs, and having a setup that can hold that together is very crucial, I feel like. So we had all of that. There weren't very many people that did have that. That's why we felt like we had good speed, but that's just how it shook out at the end of the day. So it is what it is. But that's all right. Like I said, I still had tons of fun. I know everybody else had tons of fun. I did get super frustrated in my stadium truck A main. I was, like I said, I was on the box. I ended up getting taken out by some lappers, and part of that wasn't the lapper's fault. The lapper did try to get out of my way. I just zigged instead of zagged, and that's just how the cookie fell out, or cookie crumbled, I guess. So not the end of the world. Frustrating, very frustrating, especially a lot of you RC racers know that you put this much time and energy and try to be competitive at something, and it is frustrating when things don't go as planned. When I say go as planned, I don't mean that I have to win for things to go as planned. I feel like there's a lot of times that I end up getting such a strike of bad luck that it puts me too far behind in the pack once I've moved my way up. And me and you and the channel have had this conversation before about marshals and their inability to I don't want to say inability to participate, because that's not the right word, but I feel like the level of energy that marshals are willing to put forward sometimes is not, I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce, like, how to say it really. But I feel like we just like, oh yeah, there's a car flipped over here, let me go flip it over, and they use one hand to flip it over, or they use their feet to kick it over. And I can tell you guys right now, like, I've been in this RC industry long enough to know and watch other racers yelling and screaming at marshals to get their car as fast as they possibly can, right? I mean, as fast as they can. They want you sprinting to go get that car, right? But then when it's time for them to marshal, when they're done with their race and they're all frustrated and mad about their marshal, or mad because of their, they didn't podium finish in their race, and then it's their time to marshal for the next race, they have just this shrug on their shoulders like, fuck it, I don't care, I'm just gonna marshal and go slow and do my thing. And it's like, that's such a bad attitude to have. It's such bad karma to put towards other racers, because that racer in the next race is depending on you, and depending on you to be on it, to be paying attention, and to be attentive, and do it right the first time. Use both hands, not your feet, not using one hand, to ensure that you guys flip the cars over properly. It's ridiculous that I feel like I'm having this conversation on the vlog, but everybody that I race with across the board, I don't care how far up and down the West Coast you live, I know that everybody agrees with me on that, because I've literally watched everybody else deal with the same problem I've dealt with and get extremely frustrated and fuming mad over it. So I just, next time you're out there marshaling, take a second guess. Take a second to think about how important your spot on the track as a marshal is, no matter where you are, whether you're in the back corner where nobody's going to flip over, or you think nobody's going to flip over, or if you're in the most busy marshal spot of the track, right in the middle where you've got 15 different areas to marshal. Like, just take a second and remember how important your job is on the track to every racer that's in that heat race or in that main event. So I do want to give a little bit of shout out, like, to Tristan Morrison. I don't think I caught it on video, man, and I really, really wish I would have. But I have to give my hats off to you. Speaking of marshals, okay? And I think, and don't correct me if I'm wrong, Tristan, but I'm pretty sure that Rick and those guys made sure that you were recognized for your extreme extreme hard work. And I say extreme because I will paint this picture for you. Underneath the second level, there was a car that was upside down, and Tristan was in the middle position on the track, marshaling. We called it on the bucket because it was the only spot with a 5-gallon bucket to sit. And I watched Tristan fully sprint as fast as he could to that car, and then not only to the car, but to get underneath the second level of the track, which is difficult. I mean, you can bend over and get underneath fairly easy. It's not like the most difficult thing. But instead, Tristan takes it to a next level and does a baseball slide underneath the second level to get to that car as fast as we could. And I will tell you right now, I have never seen that much effort put into a marshal job for not just any race, but a heat race that, I mean, it's just it's just, I wouldn't say club racing, but we're not winning money. We're not doing anything. But Tristan laid down the law on how to marshal cars underneath that second level and showed everybody up. I mean, showed everybody's effort up. So hats off to you, Tristan. I did see that. I didn't get it on video, but my own 2 eyes did see it. And I think I yelled at you and clapped and said, good job. Hopefully you heard me. But kudos to you, buddy. Those are the types of things that we want to see out of marshals. And I'm not saying that every time has to be like that. I'm just saying that level of effort, that crucial effort, knowing that racer that's upside down is depending on you to get it done as fast as you can. So outside of that, guys, I did a really bad job of vlogging yesterday, and I apologize, Rick, because I told you I was going to try and do a bunch of vlogging, and I did a little bit, and I'm going to try and cut up and make a video of what I can, just to give you guys something to watch and whatnot. But I really wanted to have this race recap video about marshals, and like I said, this is like the third recap video that I'm here talking about marshals and talking about the amount of effort that marshals put in. So please take that to heart. I appreciate you guys watching all the way through to the end of this. Thank you to Rick and his wife at EBRC Raceway, and poor boys Clifton and Adam for you guys putting on this 4-round series. We really appreciate it. And guys, we got club racing this weekend too, so we got to get everything tore back down and rebuilt and do it again. So make sure you like, if you did, blah, 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 blah. I can't talk, I'm at the end of my video. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And guys, as always, we will see you next time.